Hello and welcome to One Stop Co-op Shop Streamed, your one stop for co-op news and playthroughs. And today I'm playing through Marvel Champions. So we had a suggestion last week. I'm doing my Running the Gauntlet series where I start with the first enemy or villain and I work my way all the way through all the villains on Expert, at least hopefully. So because as soon as I lose, that's it. That's the end of the series, and I move on to the next hero. So I had a suggestion last week while I was playing, and obviously losing. I was like, all right, who do you want to see next? I got a suggestion to see She-Hulk Justice. And I got to be honest, I've played it a lot this week, and I have had a ton of fun with it. So I'm super excited to show you. Part of the key of the deck for me is I've got a lot of things that give me extra card draw, give me extra resources in here. Now, I didn't start with any of them, although I did start with Lay Down the Law, which is good because on Rhino Expert, Breakin' and Taken starts in play, and I would love to get rid of that if I can right away, because I would not like to draw an extra card every turn. But there is also only 7 threat on this one, so that's one of the tight points for this one. That, and he hits really, really hard. So let's get started here, and I can see the comments today. At least I think I can. Let me get this. So I am definitely seeing the comments. Now I can definitely see the comments. So feel free to chat in whatever your suggestions are, or if I miss something. It sometimes happens when I'm streaming. So let me start with 1-2 punch is good, but again, I don't need it early. Gamma Slam I definitely don't need early. Neither clear the area and ground stomp. I'm going to keep my extra resource because I'm really hoping to get something into play that lets me draw more cards or get more resources and lay down the law. I would like to draw all 6 when I don't start with resources, but there you go. Okay, so I got Quinn Carrier and I got Focused Rage, which will let me draw a card. Actually, I got 2 Focused Rage, but I'm not going to play both of them. I'm going to start by playing that and that to get Quinn Carrier out. So this is an interesting decision. Do I, sorry for the clicking there, I don't know what that's all about. Do I lay down the law, which I feel like is the right choice, and forego my extra card draw? I mean, I could, well, so I can't lay down the law in my hand. I could keep both of these in my hand. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah, so I'm just going to flip. I'm going to punch him for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then, well, I wouldn't punch first. I would lay down the law first because that's the order of operations you have to do it. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. So I'm going to remove this side scheme. And I'm going to hold on to these 2 because I really do like getting resource generation up early with She-Hulk. And I feel like Focus Rage is a good way to do it because it hurts me a little bit, yes, but that actually also helps me with that Gamma Slam. And I like drawing through my deck pretty quickly. So I'm going to take a little bit of a chance here, but I am going to hold on to Focus Rage and Genius and go ahead and ready myself and draw up. Alright, so I won't need clear the area. Wiccan's nice, but not necessary. Oh, I do like Wiccan a lot, actually. But Focus Rage will actually let me draw into something to pay for Wiccan, potentially. So, alright, so let's add 1 threat to the scheme. Then Rhino's going to attack me for 3 plus his boost. His boost is 1, so that is 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just, you know, fueling up my Gamma Slam for later on. And next thing is I'm going to get my threat card. So let's do that. The villain's going to attack me again because that's what Rhino does. Let's see. There's no... I'm trying to see. All right, this is a Rhino card. Good. I just wanted to make sure I did shuffle that well enough. All right, so that's 3 more damage to me. And that is that. All right, so I'm going to start off with paying these to put in Focused Rage. I'm then going to damage myself to draw another card. Ooh, +2 attack and stun. Or Wiccan. Oh, man. Alright, so Wiccan. Oh, this is a tough choice for me. I like both of these things. I'm going to put Wiccan in. I just think the stun is great, but Wiccan just has an opportunity to do so much more. So that's 2 resources to put Wiccan in. I'm going to put a damage already because he is going to thwart. So the cool part about Wiccan is after Wiccan thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon discarded this way, deal a damage to the enemy. So he gets to do a little bit of thwarting. Whoops, sorry about that. And in addition, he also does some damage and potentially gets rid of some nasty cards, which I've seen quite a bit in the past. So that's 2 damage right there. I'm going to punch for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And do I want to flip? You know, I think I am going to flip both for card draw and to prevent myself from getting double attacked here. I'm not too worried about the threat. He only adds 1 a turn, and I actually reduce threat by 1 on this side. I object when threat would be placed on the scheme. Prevent 1 of that. And over here, oh, I'm sorry. After you change form, deal 2 damage. I forgot to do that. So there we go. There's 2 more damage. So that also lets me flip again and prevent some more damage. So I am going to flip, and that way I get to draw 6 cards instead of just 4, and it gives me a couple more options. Yeah, I got Mockingbird here. I got Beat Cop, which is one of my favorite cards in the game and definitely one of the best cards for this deck. So Beat Cop just removes a threat every turn, and then eventually it can pop a minion with all the counters it draws. All right, so let's add 1 threat to the scheme. Actually, I'm not going to do that because of my alter ego form. I am going to now scheme for him, though, so he is going to add 3 scheme to the deck. Or 3 threat. And then I am going to get my threat card. Let's see what it is. Armor. When he receives any amount of damage, gets put on here. When there's 5 on here, it goes away. So that is... All right, you know what? I am probably not... Oh, I thought I had the flip card, but I don't anyway. All right, so I'm pretty happy where I am. The question is, do I heal up? And I think the answer is yes. Yes, Allison, it's in my bedroom.
I mean, I'm going over to Elliot's. Can I bring it there?
Yes, you can.
With the charger. Extension cord as well.
All right, so I am going to... Let's see. Should I heal up here, or should I just punch for more? Let's go ahead and have Wiccan remove a threat from the scheme and see what that leads to. So remove a threat, and then I hit for... Why are these all going sideways? For 2 damage. All right, so that means if I punch, that will get rid of this. So I am not going to do that. So I am going to flip over, and I'm going to punch. That's 3 more damage, which gets rid of the armored Rhino suit. And then I am going to pay 3 resources to put in Beat Cop. I'll use Beat Cop to remove 1 threat from the scheme. Now, I think you're supposed to put threat counters on there, but I just used the green ones. To remove 1 threat from the scheme. Then I am going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird. So I'm not going to use my extra resource this turn, or extra draw this turn from Focus Rage. That will stun Rhino. Nice. And do 1 damage. Or do I remove a threat? Nah, I'm going to do 1 damage. Boom. 1 away from flipping him. Oh, and then that would have been 1 more damage to Wiccan. All right. And, oh, did I not use my resource here this turn? Huh. If I didn't use my resource, maybe I do draw a card and hope to get lucky on a 1 cost something. Nah, I'm okay. All right, so we'll see what the first card drawn is. Would it have been a 1 cost something I could have used? No, it would have been another Beat Cop. So that's okay. And I have Superhuman Law Division, Exhaust, and Spend a Resource. You know, I never put this into play, or very rarely, I should say, because it costs a resource when you're on the other side, and I just don't typically do that. So I'll probably put another Beat Cop into play this turn, and I'm going to get a 1-2 punch off, it looks like. So that's sweet, and that's good, because I'm adding another threat to the scheme, which makes me happy. Although, then Wiccan can't do its thing this turn, but that's okay. I'd rather double Beat Cop anyway. Alright, so stunned, tries to attack, does nothing. Let's get our threat card. Keep going. Legal work. You may flip the alter ego. If you do, exhaust her to remove it from the game. Alright, so if I do that, I can't 1-2 punch, or give the main scheme 1 acceleration token. You know what? I am going to give the main scheme 1 acceleration token. Sounds kind of funny, but I've got so many ways to remove threat that I'm not too worried about it. I'd rather punch and punch again on this turn than worry about that. All right. so sitting here on done with all that stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is put a beat cop into play, and I can do exactly 4 damage, which is exactly enough to get him down. All right. So let me go ahead and draw a card. I'll take that damage and see how this works out. Ground Stomp. Well, I'm probably not going to use that at all because there's no little minions out there doing 1 to everything. I unless it's against Ultron, I really don't even consider Ground Stomp. All right, so let's see. I'm going to punch. Well, yeah, I'm going to punch for 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to pay for, with Ground Stomp, I'm going to pay for 1, 2 punch to ready myself. And then I am going to, for 1, 2, 3, I'm going to put a beat cop into play, and yep, I'm going to use both of these to get counters on them and remove 2 threat from the scheme. 1, 2, and then I'm going to attack with Mockingbird, who will be blocking for me in a second. Now that he comes in tough. When revealed, stun each hero. Forgot about that, but that's okay. I will just exhaust to get rid of the stun. I'm okay with that. And I'm going to leave the tough status on there for now. I will figure out, probably Wiccan will take care of that next turn. So let's go ahead and ready everything up. I'm going to draw my 4 cards. I do have 2 blockers just in case. So here you go. You see more resources. I basically have every resource gathering card in the game here because I like to, because you only get 4 cards, I like to have quite a bit of options. Now, a 3rd beat cop, I don't know. That seems like an awful lot, but I do like the idea of split personality, which will let me draw my hand back up. So I'm probably going to try to 1, 2 punch and then split personality to flip over, get a full hand of cards again, and then I can flip back if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong on that, somebody let me know. But this is change form, flip your identity card. I believe I can do that in addition to my 1 free flip a turn. So from my understanding, that's the way it is. Now, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do 2 damage when I flip back over to She-Hulk form. I always forget that. So I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, I will. So let's say I did 2, I punched for 3, that would have taken him down to 0, and then when Mockingbird hit, instead of doing what Mockingbird did, she would have gotten rid of Tough. And we will say that that's what happened. All right, so Rhino is, first I added 2 threats to the scheme, now Rhino's going to attack. I'm going to block with Mockingbird for, so that would have been 6 damage, so thank you Mockingbird from keeping me from being dead right there. I do appreciate that, and let's see what happens here. All right, so we got a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take 2 damage or add a threat to the main scheme. Oh, thank you. That actually helps me. That lets me use both my Beat Cops and Wiccan to get rid of stuff. All right, when revealed, yep. We are good there. All right, so I think I'm going to do what I said this turn, and actually I may even heal in the middle of all that craziness with split personality because I do have 1, 2 punch. Am I going to be able to draw 3 cards? Well, let's start with that. Let's start with drawing a card and seeing what I get to start. Avengers Mansion. Oh, well, I'd love to get those cards in play. I think I'm going to stick with the original plan. I am going to have Wiccan not live through this and remove a threat from the scheme, and then I'm hoping to draw, well, a nothing. I was not hoping to draw that. That is the worst case scenario. All right, I am going to beat Cop to defeat the Hydra Bomber. No, I need that threat. Sorry, I'm not too worried about that Hydra Bomber. He can add 1. So I'm going to beat Cop twice to remove 2 threat from the scheme. So I'm at 0. I don't mind that 1 extra threat there. I am going to, or maybe I just punch the Hydra Bomber. I feel like that's such a waste. I'm going to go ahead and punch here for 3. And then, oh, because I'm going to flip again this turn potentially. Yeah, so I don't need to punch the Hydra Bomber. That's right. I am going to use the Beat Cop to pay for 1, 2 punch to ready myself. And do I heal? I feel like I should heal because there's no guarantee I'm going to get something to save my butt here. So I'm going to use this, and yes, 2 of my resource generating cards to do split personality, change form, flip your identity card, then draw up to your printed hand size. So I'm going to flip and draw up to 6. Seems good to basically get a whole second turn here. Oh, and I got plenty of stuff to deal with that, including superhuman strength. Ooh, under surveillance is really good. That adds 4 to the main. It doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, but it's never a bad thing to have it up there. That is for sure. I got Quake and I got Ironheart. Well, Ironheart lets me draw. Quake, after a minion schemes, that's never going to happen. So, I mean, Quake, the nice part is she's a chump and lets me draw a card. I'm going to start with that. All right, 1, 2 to put Ironheart into play. I am going to draw a card. And now I have 3 resources. I'm going to keep under surveillance and I'm going to use superhuman strength. So Ironheart is going to punch for 1, giving me 1 damage. 1 over there. I am now going to flip, doing 2 damage. Let's go ahead and take care of that right now. And then I will use 2 resources by Quake to pay for this. So superhuman strength is +2 attack, and after you attack, stun the attacked enemy. So I am going to attack for 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I feel comfortable doing that because now he's stunned and I've got a chump blocker if I need it. So I feel pretty comfortable. I'm not worried about the threat on the scheme here because so under surveillance is good to have around, but I've got a lot of ways of dealing with that. I'm going to keep it in my hand though because I don't think this is going to go much longer, but in case it does, it's good to have. Actually, if I don't need to chump this turn and I get 1-2 punch, then I can actually win right here. So let's see what happens. I'm going to draw 3 so I don't have to... Alright, so I don't have anything to really help with damaging. I mean, Hellcat's not a bad option, obviously, but maybe I'll draw into this last card, but that'll be on my turn. So the nice part is I prevented myself from having to deal with the extra threat card on this turn. Hopefully that means I can win before I have to deal with it. So add 2 threat to the scheme. He is still stunned. I am getting him ready. He is going to surge and reveal the top card. Ooh, so here you go. Here's a double. First one is the villain attacks you. Okay. I'm not going to take that. We're going to block with Ironheart. So he attacks for 4 plus 2. Apparently that was the right call because that would have been 6 damage. Now if this is an attack again, I am in trouble. I can defend myself. I'd prefer not to. When revealed, you're confused. If you're already confused, I have no problem with being confused. Yes, it affects some of my thwarting cards and stuff like that, but I just won't worry about that. Again, the threat's not much of an issue. I'm not going to worry about that when I have other options. All right. So it doesn't look like I'm going to win here, but maybe I get lucky and draw into something good here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the 1 damage, draw the 1 card. Now, if I'd been paying attention, I would have known that it was endurance, but I wasn't paying attention, didn't know. I don't mind having 3 extra life at some point, though. Again, I'm not too worried about the scheme. We'll double beat cop to get rid of all the threat on the scheme. But I am going to flip here. So most important thing for me to do this turn is under surveillance. So I am going to spend 1 and we'll hold on to the, oh, wait. Yeah, 1 and 1, which lets me put under surveillance on here. So now, under surveillance, if you aren't familiar with it, one of the best justice cards in the game attached to the main scheme. Its threat number is increased by 4. I should say one of the best solo justice cards in the game. So now it gets up to 11. Yeah, with 4 players, adding 1 more threat per person isn't a big deal. With 1 player, adding 4 to the already 7 is a huge deal. All right, so... I am going to, do I want to keep Hellcat or lay down the law? Let me keep lay down the law in case something really bad happens. I am going to, but I would need to thwart to get rid of lay down the law. So lay down the law is not that useful while I am confused. I got a lot of stuff to deal with threat, so Hellcat will be my dealing with threat if, so I'm going to use that to pay for this, which gives me 3 more hit points. Then I am going to attack for 3. 1, 2, 3, getting him down to 4, and then I am going to flip. So with no threat on the scheme and my ability to reduce threat by 1 this turn, I feel pretty good about where I'm sitting right now. I'm going to go ahead and draw 5 more cards. I did forget to take an extra threat card. I think I shuffled those, but I'm not too worried either way. I think it is fine. Oh, here you go. Maybe Ground Stomp will come into effect here for that 1 extra damage, since I can only do 3 as of right now. Of course, I can focus Rage and potentially draw into something better, but maybe I'll just let Mockingbird take care of it for me too. All right, so I'm going to add just 1 threat to the scheme. I know I have an acceleration, but again, as a reminder, I object, reduces threat by 1. So I am now going to scheme with Rhino for a grand total of 2. And I do have 1 threat card. I'm going to draw a second one. The villain schemes. Uh-oh, here we go. Good thing I put on that under surveillance there. It schemes for 1 more, I guess. Maybe it doesn't matter that much with Rhino being the one scheming. Surge and exhaust your identity card. Oh, man. They just do not want me to defeat him right here and now. Hydra Bomber. Choose to either take a damage or add a threat to the main scheme. Again, I still feel better taking a threat on the main scheme as of right now. Oh, this is going to be a... yeah, that slowed me down for a turn. I'm not going to put Superhuman Law Division in, even though kind of makes sense too. I am confused, though. I do need to remember that, because that makes a difference for lay down the law. But let's see. Do I flip? I mean, why not, right? So I'm going to flip. Oh, yeah. There you go. 2 damage. We're going to put in Mockingbird for 3. Come on, tell me I have enough resources for this. 1, 2, 3 to put in Mockingbird, who now stuns. Oh, I had a big stun over there already. It's not going to matter, I don't think. And attacks for 1. And then I am going to Focused Rage to take a damage on myself, draw a card, and boom, there we go. That is 1, 2. Sure, I'll Ground Stomp. Why not? Deal 1 damage to each enemy. That takes care of them. I could also put in Hellcat, which would have let me do that last damage. So there we go, running the Gauntlet. Stage 1 completed. And I'm going to keep going, because I love this deck. I mean, this is one of those decks that lets me do what I like to do. I'm a player that tends to just try to survive until I can get those big hits in. I didn't even get to Gamma Slam this turn, which I love my Gamma Slam, but didn't happen this time. But yeah, I don't know. Whoever suggested that last week, if you're out there, thank you so much. It is this deck I've had a lot of fun with, and it's made me reappreciate, you know, some different strategies and being able to flip and using Justice more. It's definitely done that. So I'm going to do Defense Network. So I'm just playing through on Expert just as is here. Once I get through, I don't know why I'm having a... Oh, Defense Network's a side scheme. Never mind. Masters of Evil. Oh, yes. Masters of Evil. A fun, not at all fun side scheme. I mean, there's certainly worse ones that we play with, even, but it is not one of my favorite ones, that is for sure. Lots of bad guys coming in, punching me, doing bad things. Beat cops do help in this situation. They become kind of a dual threat situation for me. Alrighty, so we've got this in play. Let's shuffle up their cards. We got Defense Network and the Immortal Claw in play to start this round. When revealed, discard cards from the encounter deck until minions discarded. Yeah, Claw comes in. Oh, that wasn't the worst thing in the world. Now, this card would normally gain Surge, but because it isn't revealed, Surge is after this card is revealed. It's not considered to be revealed, because if you read this, discard cards from the encounter deck until it's discarded and put it into play, engage with you. So it's not ever actually revealed, which is a good thing. So of all the minions it could have been, that's the best, because remember, I do 2 damage when I flip. So not a bad thing. Claw does get 2 boost cards whenever he attacks, so got that going for him. Alright, let's draw my 6 cards and see where we are. And again, I like to get lots of resources out early, although a lay down the law is pretty important. So, oh man, Mockingbird is hard to get rid of, but I'm going to do it. This might be dumb, but I really want to get my resource generating and extra draw cards here early in the game. Oh, and under surveillance isn't a bad thing to do either, but certainly Helicarrier was good to do. Clear the area is fine, but I'm not going to use it. Under surveillance, I would really like to get that out. because that way it prevents bad stuff from happening. So we'll see how much of this I can do on my first turn, but I am definitely going to start by playing my helicarrier. So that's not going to be playing clear the area because I'm going to be playing lay down the law. That puts my helicarrier into play. So yeah, unfortunately, I can either do lay down the law or 1-2 punch or under surveillance. So do I give up under surveillance to do a 1-2 punch? Well, let's flip. Oh, you know what? Given all of that, maybe oh no, so I won't be able to 1-2 punch. So this will be a little bit different. Actually, seeing all of that, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to lay down the law. I'm going to flip. You'll see why in a second, I think. If I am thinking about this correctly. So I'm going to actually thwart for 1. Remove 1 threat from Immortal Claw. Then I am going to use my helicarrier to play Clear the Area, which removes 2 threat from a scheme. So we'll get rid of this one. I know it's weird. You're saying, why would you do that? You could have done 3 damage and remove 3 threat from a scheme using the other card. They cost the exact same, but the benefit of this one is if this removes the last threat from the scheme, draw a card, and that'll let me get under surveillance in. At the cost of Quake, unfortunately, but that's okay. I definitely want to get under surveillance in. That is more important to me than that 3 damage that I could have done there. Oh, by the way, Immortal Claw gives him 10 hit points, so he's down to 18, which is his normal starting hit points. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and draw 4 cards. And get ready again. Ooh, Interrogation Room. That'll be good against Claw, because Claw has quite a few minions. That is, after you defeat a minion, remove a threat from a scheme. Although Concussive Blow will be good too, because I'll be flipping. Focus Rage lets me draw a card, so that's one of my card draw cards. I'm probably not going to be able to play it this turn, but maybe I'll hold on to it when I flip. I do like that card, because I don't mind taking damage with She-Hulk. You know, it just gives me an opportunity to really Gamma Slam for more. Alright, so that's 1. He's going to attack me for 1 and double boost. So 1. We'll see what that does in a minute. So that's 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see. If this activation deals damage to you, exhaust your hero. Well, I don't like that at all. But that's okay. That's a Claw thing. Let's go ahead and add another card, and it's Whirlwind. When Whirlwind attacks you, resolve this attack against each other hero. So that doesn't really matter in single player, but that is an annoying thing. All right, so I think I'm going to Concussive Blow him to get rid of that, and maybe a hang on to Interrogation Room or Focused Rage. I'll be able to pay for Focused Rage. I just feel like Interrogation Room, being able to remove threat by removing minions, which I feel like Claw has a lot of minions, so I'm going to stick with that one. So I'm going to Helicarrier, play Lockjaw, play Focused Rage to Concussive Blow. Oh, actually, this may make a difference. Let's see. If you use a fist resource. Do I have a fist? Yes, Lockjaw's a fist. Thank you, Lockjaw. You're a good boy. Lockjaw's always great. Alright, so my good boy Lockjaw helps me Concussive Blow to not only confuse, but also add 3 damage. Sweet. 1, 2, 3. You are confused. Which makes me happy. And then I got the Interrogation Room in my hand for next turn. I am going to flip. And let's go ahead and ready up and draw 5 cards. And hopefully, again, I got some other stuff ooh, split personality. That's nice. Lets me, so I can actually do some stuff, and then including another Concussive Blow, potentially, and then flip back over to then draw my cards right back up. Alright, so I would add 1 threat to the scheme, but I am not going to because of my I object. Then you are confused, so you're not adding anymore. But we are going to add 1 from Whirlwind, sorry. And then I'm going to get another card. 1 revealed. Each Master of Evil minion attacks the hero it's engaged with. If no attacks were made this way, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a Masters of Evil minion and put it into play engaged with you. Then shuffle the encounter deck. So that's not great. Because he cannot attack me because I'm in alter ego form. That means I gotta find another Master of Evil. So let's go ahead and do a search here. Let's look for, I don't think it will work this way. No. No. So let's just look for big health enemies and figure out which one. That is not a big health enemy. That is not a big health enemy. Let's figure out which ones are. Okay. So I got Radioactive Man. I don't think I'm doing that. After Radioactive Man attacks, discard a random card. No. That is not going to happen. Tiger Shark is 6 health. After Tiger Shark attacks, give him tough status. I'd prefer not to do that. But that might be my only option. I thought there were more Masters of Evil. I'm pretty sure there are, and I'm missing somebody right now. Unless I discarded somebody already. So let's see. Right now I'm leaning toward Tiger Shark, but let's see if I discarded one without paying attention. Nope. The Weapons Runner is not a Master of Evil. I wish. All right. So, oops. That was fun. Double flip. Flippity flip, flip, flip. All right. So we'll put Tiger Shark into play. And, yeah, no, none of this is what I love to call great, but it is what it is. I got 2 Masters of Evil sitting here staring me in my face. Although I do think I'm going to have to split personality. I could lay down the law when I flip. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to get Concussive Blow. So is there a way? Well, first of all, there isn't a way for me to get Concussive Blow because I don't have any other fists. So I think I'm going to have to flip and punch Tiger Shark. Then I am going to have to split personality to flip. But what else can I get out before then? Because it doesn't make sense. So I could lay down the law, which probably makes sense to get rid of defensive network. So I'm going to need 3 resources at least. So let's see. So for split personality, we'll say Gamma Slam I'm definitely not going to play. Probably not Interrogation Room at this point, although I don't have Beat Cops. So that may be better than getting the Endurance, which is plus 3 hit points. I don't know. I feel like I got a lot of enemies this turn. All right, so let's say those are the 3 cards I'm going to use to, well, those 2 and Helicarrier. So actually, I'm not going to be able to use Helicarrier, so we'll use this, and I will just lay down the law, I think, better than Endurance in this situation, just because I'm going to get back on my alter ego side. All right, so I'm going to flip, which does 2 damage. I am going to do it to Tiger Shark here because he gives himself tough, and I don't want to give him the opportunity to do that. So that's 1-2 damage, and then I'm going to punch Tiger Shark for 3 more. And then I am going to play my Endurance. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to play my Lay Down the Law when I flipped. Never mind. To get rid of that again, because I want to be able to thwart the main scheme here. So going to pay for that. And then I am going to use Gamma Slam, Interrogation, or do I hold on to Interrogation Room? Huh. Because I could use my Helicarrier instead. Concussive Blow. No, I'm going to draw more cards to split personality, which lets me change my form. And when I do that, I draw up to my hand size because of split personality. Come on, resources. All right, good. All right, so there's Beat Cop. So 1, 2, 3 to put Quinn Carrier in. And then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 to put Beat Cop in. I'm going to hold on to Wiccan. I really like Wiccan for this deck. We're going to remove 1 threat from the main scheme and start building up toward being able to defeat these Masters of Evil at will later on in the game. All of that makes me very happy, including having Wiccan in my hand. Yep. Makes me very, very happy. So have you guys out there, I see there's a bunch of you out there watching right now. Have you guys tried She-Hulk? Have you tried She-Hulk Justice? I feel like I haven't played her Justice until just recently. And I think it's great. And I think it's great fun. I'm having a lot of enjoyment with it. Like I said, my key, and I know not everybody believes this, is to get a bunch of resources. So even when she's on her 4 side, she can do a lot. And certainly when she flips, having 6 plus extra resources just seems really, really good to me. Ooh, Ground Stomp might actually do something here. That would take care of one. Probably not, though. Ironheart will probably do the deed for me. Although, ooh, Ground Stomp would actually let me get rid of both of them because I can do 2 plus 3 when I flip. All right, I'm thinking too far ahead. We don't know what's coming up. Let's add 1 here. Now he's going to scheme for 2 plus 1 more. I'm only going to add 2 because I'm going to use my object to stop some of that. I'm going to add 2 more for this. 6 would typically be enough, but thank goodness for under surveillance. I also have Clear the Area, which will help me get rid of a little bit of threat next turn if I need to. I also have Ironheart, and I got Beat Cop, so I got some stuff to deal with it. So let's see what happens now. Weapons Runner, Surge. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and draw another one. Surge, exhaust your identity card. Well, that's not good. That changes things quite a bit. Armored Guard. Who has Guard? Well, apparently I am not, and comes in with Tough as well. That's what I thought. Apparently they don't want me to attack the enemy anytime soon. And that is what it is. I mean, I am just going to have to deal with that. Now, can I afford to flip over and get punched in the face that much? No, but Wiccan can help me. Ironheart can help me. So let's do some of this stuff. I actually do feel like I might ground stomp this turn, believe it or not. I liked Focused Rage a lot, but I don't think it's going to happen. But let's go ahead and spend these 2 resources to put Ironheart into play, drawing me a card. Although, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to play Legal Practice because I might need a certain resource to do certain things. Ooh, another Beat Cop. Wait a minute. Did my Beat Cop remove a... Did I forget to add one to Beat Cop last turn? I think I did, but that's okay. That's on me if I did. If one of you remember, please let me know. But I do think I forgot to add one to him last turn. But that's all right. It is what it is. I am now going to... Oh... What to do? What to do? Well, I know I want to put Wiccan into play. I can also ground stomp. So I think that might be what I'm going to do, believe it or not. Discard Beat Cop and use the Quinn carrier to get Wiccan into play. Going to remove a threat from the scheme and then draw this to do damage. Of course, it's none, which isn't great. Not great at all. Yeah, I was hoping to do some damage to be able to get rid of him. I am still gonna flip, I think, and ground stomp, which seems kind of dumb, but kind of right at the same time. I could have slow played this, but I don't know how much I really could have slow played it actually. All right, so we're gonna add 1 more damage here. We are going to get rid of Tiger Shark. We are going to add 1 damage here. Oh, and I got to decide where to do my 2 damage to. I'm going to do it to Whirlwind. So he's up to 3. And then I'm going to have Ironheart over here. Get rid of the runner. And I'm going to Beat Cop. I will remember to add to reduce this by 1. And... I mean, considering where I started this turn, that's not an awful place to be. I'm going to obviously just chump with Ironheart. Wiccan probably won't. I'll probably just take some more damage, which will be what it is. What's his again? When Whirlwind attacks, you resolve his attack against each other hero. Yeah, which doesn't matter at all. All right, so I am going to ready everything up. I'm going to draw my 4 cards. Come on, something good. Oh, yes. Superhuman Strength, that makes me happy. Although Superhuman Strength doesn't do a lot of good without a way to... Because both of these are at 3 attacks. So unless I had something to be able to attack again, it's not the best thing in the world. I'm going to have to use it to get... I'm going to have to get rid of Armored Guard anyway. And then I'll probably play it so it's sitting here waiting for me on my next turn. So I think this is going to be... Well, actually, I probably won't get rid of Armored Guard. We'll see what happens. It really depends on what happens with Wiccan's Thwart. So I am going to add 1 threat to the scheme. I am going to have him attack me. He's going to get a double boost. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'm chumping this with Ironheart, which may not be great, but 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. So I'd rather not take that 4 damage. I'll take the damage with Ironheart. She only had 1 life left anyway, so I'm okay with that. So she takes all 4 of that damage. I'm going to take these 2 damage. I'm also going to take this 1 damage here. And be okay with all of that, at least as okay as I can be. The villain attacks you. Alright, so here's something to think about. I cannot die, so I'm just going to take it. So 1 plus, don't know what that does yet, plus don't know what that does yet. So it's only 1 damage. So far, not that terrible, but I think this is going to exhaust me. This activation deals damage to you, exhaust you. Yep. That wasn't what I wanted. And exhaust each ally you control. That also... okay. Alrighty there, Claw. Now you've pissed me off. What in the world is going on here? So I could ground stomp. I could clear the area. I mean, I feel like that's the moves now. Well, not ground stomp, but definitely clear the area. Feels like it's a no-brainer here. So I'm going to cop for 1 to remove one more threat from the scheme, because I'm going to flip. I mean, there's almost no question about it. So I am going to do this to clear the area, remove 2 threat. Unfortunately, I don't get to draw a card because it doesn't remove all the threat, because they didn't like me very much and they didn't let me do my stuff. Ground Stomp, I still don't think is a good move here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to use Quinn Carrier and Ground Stomp to pay for Superhuman Strength to get that out. And then I'm going to keep the other one in my hand, so after I attack next turn and stun, I'm going to have another round of doing that. So while you're annoying me, I'm going to start annoying you now. And hopefully I get 1-2 punch, so that way I can get rid of the guard and keep moving on. Even if not, between Wiccan and my flipping to get 2 damage on, I should be okay. So let's go ahead and draw up. Oh, that's more bad stuff coming my way. And then draw 1 more. Oh, I got another Beat Cop and Avengers Mansion, and Lay Down the Law. All right, so it looks like I'm with some good options. I think Beat Cop's going to be an almost have to play, and everything else is going to come secondary to it, although Avengers Mansion is a pretty close second. So we'll see. That's why I love having all these extra resources. I might be able to do both. I may have to get rid of Superhuman Strength, although that's a really good one too, as we know. All right, so I'm adding 1 threat to the scheme. He is going to scheme against me, so that's for 2 + 3. Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That puts it up to 8. And then these 2. Oh, no. Whirlwind adds 1 to get it to 9, which its capacity is 10. But guess what? The Armor Guard doesn't do anything. So for now, at least I am lucky. I took my card for decking. Now I'm taking my other one. No scheming. After radio. Oh, okay. So he comes into play. Another Master of Evil. Wonderful. Claw heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. Please tell me I damaged him. I did. 1, 2, 3 gets him back to 18. But better than some of the other stuff that could have happened. All right. So this is interesting. I've got some options here. I do have to worry about threat now. So Lay Down the Law becomes much more of an option. I don't have to pay for it with Mansion. I could pay for it with Quinn Carrier. Let's see. Can I make this happen? So 1, 2, 3. I want Beat Cop 2. It's not going to happen. All right, Avengers Mansion's not going to happen, I don't think. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Avengers Mansion, right? So we put Avengers Mansion and draw a card. Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. All right, so I'm going to flip. I mean, do I use this Beat Cop to defeat the guard, and then when I flip, I can punch Claw? Let me do this. Let me go ahead and thwart for 1.
Can I take these tallies?
And again, add nothing.
I'm going for 2 hours.
And then I will thwart again. Well, let's see. Maybe I don't thwart with my Beat Cop. Maybe I attack. This is so tough. I could get rid of both Masters of Evil if I flip and punch him, Radioactive Man, because that's 2 + 7. That would get rid of him, but then I'm taking an attack from Claw, which I can block with Wiccan, although I typically like to... Alright, so maybe that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get rid of my Beat Cop. That seems harsh right now, but that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can play my other Beat Cop. So I'm going to get rid of my Beat Cop to get rid of Whirlwind. Goodbye, Whirlwind. I'm going to flip and do 2 to Radioactive Man. And then I'm going to attack Radioactive Man for the other 5. That gets rid of Superhuman Strength. Goodbye, Radioactive Man. And now, I still have... Oh, I'm sorry. When I flipped, I would have done lay down the law. I am paying for it using Quinn Carrier, so it's any resource I want. So that will be 4 threat removed from the main scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts me in a lot more comfortable spot. Let's see. All right, so if I mansion here, I could have. I won't necessarily have enough to play Beat Cop, but I won't also. All right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play the long game here. Beat Cop is only 1 threat this turn. I'm just going to deal with that. And I'm going to use this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 to put down Mansion. I'm going to use Mansion to hopefully draw a double resource. Gamma Slam. Oh, I don't want to get rid of Gamma Slam either because I'm pretty hurt. Although, not that hurt. Do I just play Superhuman Strength? You know what? I have more Beat Cops in my deck. I'm just going to pay these 2 to put Superhuman Strength down. I'll be able to stun Claw next turn, only if I get a 1-2 punch, though. But I'm going to get some extra draws, and I've been saying if I get a 1-2 punch for a while. So I'm going to stick with this. All right, and then I am going to go ahead and draw back up. That's 4-card draw. There's the 1-2 punch. Nice. Oh, although it's the wrong order. So I'm going to have to punch this way. Yeah, that was not very smart. I wasn't thinking about that, was I? No, I wasn't. All right, well, either way, that was dumb. I did it. All right, add 1 threat to the scheme. Now he's going to attack. I'm going to block with Wiccan. So he attacks for 1 and 2 boosts. So attacks for 3, which is fine. That's all going to be taken here. Guard's going to attack me for 1. Now we're going to draw a card. And legal work. So I can flip an exhaust or add an acceleration. I'm going to flip an exhaust to remove it from the game. Slowing down my tempo again. Tempo? Yes, my tempo. My tempo again. But let's see what happens here. Maybe I end up getting some stuff that'll help me. Endurance is certainly one of those things that'll help me. Now I could take a chance here. I could flip and get focused raged out, and then I could clear the area to get rid of some of the threat on that. But then I'm going to potentially take some pretty big punches to the face here. I will be able to do 2 here though, and then maybe get rid of him in a different way. So that's definitely something to think about. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip. I'm going to do 2 damage here. This is a little bit risky, but I am going to put Endurance out, so I feel kind of okay. I think I'm going to put Endurance out. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put Endurance out, so pay 1 less to put Endurance. That gives me 3 more hit points. 1, 2, 3. I am then going to clear the area, which will remove, not there, 2 threat from the scheme. It won't be the last 2, so I am not going to... what was I even going to say? I'm not going to get to draw a card, which is a shame because that would let me get Focus Rage out. Actually, oh no, that's Superhuman Strength, not Focus Rage. Well, that was dumb. If I'd done it in a different order, I think I would have been able to get Focus Rage out, but I didn't, so I am not going to worry about it. I am going to... Do I discard 1-2 punch? I think I discard Focus Rage at this point. Do I keep 1-2 punch? Unfortunately... Yeah, I'm going to keep 1-2 punch in my hand. I'm going to have an extra resource. That means here, that is okay. I can't keep both of those in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and ready. I'm going to draw 3 cards and see what happens. Oh, hello, Ironheart, and hello, Split Personality. Lets me drop to my hand size. I love it because, oh, and Ground Stomp, which is normally a card I hate. But in this situation, I do need 1 more damage, so might be just the card I am looking for, which means I might not get Split Personality out. Probably not, but that's okay. All right, so we're going to add 1 threat to the scheme. That did not work. All right, I'm going to double boost an attack against me, and I am not going to block. I am just going to take it. So add 3, so that's 4 damage already. 5, 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where's Gamma Slam now? I'm going to go ahead and take 1 more damage from the guard. Oh, 1-2 punch would be good because then I would be able to unflip and heal myself. Well, let's see if I'll be able to do that. One revealed. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards. So upgrade or support. Upgrade or support. Man, am I going to have to get rid of superhuman strength? I am. That is sad, sad, so sad. I can't get rid of this because then I'll be dead. I don't want to get rid of either of these resources. So there goes my stunning ability. And 5 damage, which is all very, very nice. So now do I care about ground stomping? Now I don't care as much about ground stomping, and I'd rather get out split personality if I can. All right, so first things first, I am going to punch him for 1. I am then going to pay for a 1-2 punch to ready myself. I am then going to pay all of this stuff. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I never drew a card. Well, that's okay. 1, 2, 3 to split personality, which lets me flip and draw up to my hand size. So that's 6. All right, so now I'm going to use Avenger's Mansion to draw a card. All right, I've got Mockingbird, so I feel like I can flip again. I do have 1-2 punch, but that is really, 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 really risky without healing first. So yeah, I'm going to heal for 5. Then I am going to flip back over again, which does 2 damage. Then I am going to play Mockingbird for 1, 2, 3. So Mockingbird comes out, which means you are now not confused, but stunned. All right, I feel like I'm making some headway here. I feel like I finally cleared enough stuff to start getting where I want to get. I believe it or not. Oh no, I've got Hellcat in my hand as well. So do I go Focus Rage to really just play into this drawing through my deck thing, or do I get Hellcat out to deal with threat? Since I don't have any beat cops out. That is a good question. I really want to do Focus Rage because I'd love drawing 2 cards a turn plus having a bunch of free resources. This is a tough choice. I am going to play the long game here because I do feel like I am set up pretty well for it. I'm not going to take the damage and draw the card this turn, though, but I will thwart with Mockingbird to get rid of 1 threat off of that scheme. Alrighty, let's ready everything up and draw my 4 cards, which now could be 6 cards on my She-Hulk side and 8 cards on my other side, plus 2 free resources. So let's go ahead and add 1 threat to the scheme. I think I just did that. Yep. And then you are stunned, so you don't do anything. Let's go ahead and look out. Now I feel like, all right, guard. It's annoying, but whatever. I got plenty of ways to deal with tough right now. Actually, why do I grab a small tough when I got a big one? That's not even big enough for me. I want super mega tough. Super mega tough. All to the rescue. Oh, Lockjaw, my good boy. Oh, Quake. Concussive Blow lets me flip, clear the area. I might actually be able to get off to draw some cards this turn. All right, so I'm pretty happy with all this, and I kind of get to burn through my deck a little bit. So let's use Mockingbird to go ahead and get rid of that tough. I'm going to use She-Hulk to go ahead and get rid of the guard for good. I feel like I got to get Concussive Blow out this turn, so let's do it. That is 3 resources, so we'll do Quinn Carrier, Lockjaw, and Quake is more attack. Oh, yeah, my 3rd resource, I'm going to do Helicarrier because I forgot to draw for Avenger's Mansion, and I haven't done Focus Rage yet either. So that is Concussive Blow, that's going to be 3 damage, and Confused. He's dazed and confused, which helps me. All right, I'm going to draw a card and take a damage. And I'm going to draw another card. Sweet. Legal Practice, not so sweet, but that's all right. I am going to use Legal Practice to pay for Clear the Area, which takes away 2 threat. 1, 2. Then I'm going to pay Strength to pay for Quake, which does 2 damage. Thank you, Quake, for your contributions to the destruction of Claw. And since he's confused, I'm going to flip over. And I'm going to be really ready next turn because I'm going to have, again, 2 extra card draws, 2 extra resources, plus my 6 resources, which, yes, I'm going to draw an extra threat card, but I feel okay with that. And we haven't gotten past the first scheme yet. Oh, there's a beat cop. There you go. And another concussive blow and a 1-2 punch. Ground stop I don't care about. Late on the law would get rid of all that. Clear the area as well, which would get rid of that and let me draw a card. So lots and lots of options here. So I would add a threat to the scheme, but because of my I object, I will not add a threat to the scheme. So it prevents 1 per turn while I am on this side. Let's see. I am going to not have him add any threat to the scheme either. So let's go ahead, and I've got 1 card for decking in front of me. Oh, actually, do I have all my cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It seems small for a hand, but don't worry, I'll get 2 more cards in a second. Just kidding. Obviously, 6 is a normal hand size. 1 revealed alter ego. Claw heals 4 damage. I'm fine with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got Gamma Slam coming at some point. Card gains Surge. So let's go ahead and draw another one. Oh, a side scheme. Look at that. I'm okay with the side scheme. Place an additional threat here. That's fine. So 4 threat. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's not inevitable, right? Because I could clearly just get some bad draws and die. So at this point, I like to keep Quake sitting around so she can do damage to enemies that scheme if they need to. But if I need that 2 extra damage, I like having it sitting there too. And I'm going to leave Mockingbird probably sitting around to do my my bidding for me as well by chumping for me, so I don't have to chump with Quake if I don't need to. All right, so let's first things first, draw a card. All right, superhuman strength, very, very nice. So now we are going to flip. We are going to do clear the area. Nope, we're going to do lay down the law. If you pay for it using a science resource, so I could use ground stomp, and I will. Ground stomp's going to pay for lay down the law, remove 4 threat from a scheme. Goodbye, side scheme. Goodbye, illegal arms factory. I hardly knew ye. All right, so now I've got a bunch of stuff still going on here. Let's see. I could clear the area. Actually, I'd love to get my beat cop out, and I'd love to get superhuman strength out. I'd love to get 1-2 punch out. Maybe I can do all this if I take my damage and go ahead and draw another card. Which is another focus rage, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to get too greedy here. So first things first, I am going to pay 1-2 resources to get out superhuman strength. I'm going to do that, and I get +2 attack, so I am attacking for 5. Boom, and stunning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are stunned. And I am going to 1-2 punch with, we'll do it with this. To 1-2 punch to ready myself. Now, I could put beat cop out, or I could do 1-2 punch and clear the area. Well, clear the area will let me draw a card, so let's start there. So we'll do that concussive blow to clear the area. That removes 2 threat and lets me draw a card. I kind of feel like I'm past beat cop part of the game. Removing 1 threat around doesn't seem that important to me, but I'm going to keep him in my hand anyway. I am going to... Wait a minute. Did I play 1-2 punch earlier? I did not. So hold on. I did this all out of order. So I am going to punish myself by paying the beat cop to say that I 1-2 punched earlier, which means I got this ground stomp in my hand. Yes. Readying myself without actually paying or playing the card, not the best thing in the world. So I'm going to go ahead and attack for 3 more though. Down to 7, and I am going to discard this ground stomp, but that's okay. It cycles it through my deck. I am waiting for Gamma Slam right now, because right now my Gamma Slam would do... Gamma Slam is maximum 15, but don't forget I have this 3 extra life, so I'm not down 10 life. I'm actually down 10 plus 3, 13 life. And I could be down 14 life with Focus Rage here in a second, so I got all that stuff going for me. But let's go ahead and draw my 4 cards. Which seems good. Don't have Gamma Slam yet, but I've got some stuff that I don't need to really worry about. All right, we're going to add 1 threat to the scheme. You are stunned, Mr. Claw, and I am going to draw my threat card. When I do that, draw hero claw attacks you. If this attack deals damage, place a threat on the main scheme. Well, if this attack deals damage, well, I mean, I'm gonna block it, right? So it doesn't say deals damage to you. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Ooh, we are gonna get an acceleration token. Yeah, if anybody knows the answer to that question, because it says deals damage, it doesn't say deal damage to you. I think this card is not discarded yet, so I'm going to flip this and draw the rest of these. Alright, so we're flipping one. That's two more, but it doesn't matter again because it's to my ally. Two more. Not my ally. That's my daughter's ally. My ally. So there goes Mockingbird. And that is that. I don't think I had a threat to the main scheme, although I'm not sure that it matters. So sure, it did deal damage, it just didn't deal damage to me. So sure, we will say that it dealt damage, and I will add a threat to the main scheme. I mean, either way, I can just clear the area, and that's actually how I'm going to start my turn. I'm going to start by clearing the area. So that removes 2 threat from the main scheme, doop doop, and lets me draw a card. We'll draw another card with Avengers Mansion. Come on. Alright, I'm going to take a damage. We're going to draw another card. Come on, something I really want. Concussive Blow's not bad. It lets me flip. Yeah. Alright, so we'll do Concussive Blow. So that's 1, 2, 3 for Concussive Blow. I did pay for it with a fist, so that's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and Confused. Again, which lets me flip, no worries. And I can afford Hellcat or Beat Cop. Hellcat, while I like her, she does a lot to remove threat. If I have Beat Cop, I don't really need her to remove the threat, probably, and Beat Cop will kind of, well, although Hellcat's a blocker for me later. So yeah, we're going to do Hellcat. 1, 2, 3 to put Hellcat into play. I am going to attack myself for 3. And then we'll have Hellcat attack for the last one. Now the reason I'm doing this, I know she has 2 thwart and only 1 attack, but I can always return her to my hand. I have so many resources, I don't really care that much about it, so I'm not too worried about that. So I am going to advance the enemy because she does the last damage. Good job, Hellcat. Alright, starts with tough, so let's start there. Tough. 22 hit points and tough. Force interrupt. When he attacks, give him an extra one. Alright, so that's it. Second thing second. Alright, so I did attack, but now I've readied myself. So, oh, wait. I was going to flip. And I've readied myself, and now, so I draw back up to 6 cards. And I have Gamma Slam. Oh boy, I'm going to Gamma Slam for 15. So that's 2 damage there. You are no longer confused, but you're just about to be punched in the face. For lots of damage. Makes me happy. Alright, Claw's Vengeance. Alter Ego, discard a card at random from your hand. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. No. I have lots of cards in my hand. Don't you dare get rid of Gamma Slam. You. That's fine. Oh my goodness. Oh, why didn't you get rid of Lockjaw? Oh, Lockjaw, my good boy, might be the killer. Or Wiccan, I guess, could be the killer as well. Lots of options here. Lots of different options. Yeah, putting out Beat Cop last turn would have been stupid. I don't even know why I was thinking that, even as a potential option. All right, so let's start with Hellcat. Hellcat. Wait, did I do my... Yes. Yeah, I had to discard a card at random. All right, so let's start with Hellcat. Hellcat goes up to 2. She plinks off the tough. Thank you, Hellcat. Then I'm going to flip, and I'm going to do 2 damage. Then I am going to focus Rage to hurt myself, ouch, and draw a card, and then I'm going to Avengers Mansion to draw a second card. So that's 2 cards. Ha ha ha, woohoo! Lots of damage, lots of different stuff going on here. All right, so I am going to Strength to go ahead and give myself superhuman strength. Now, my Gamma Slam is maxed out. So Gamma Slam, I haven't used this today, so I'll go through it. Deal X damage to an enemy. X equals a maximum of 15. X is the amount of damage you have suffered. Well, I have suffered 15 right now. My starting hit points is 15. I got 3 more from my endurance. So I am going to Gamma Slam. So that costs me 4. So for sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 Gamma Slam for 15 damage. Boop, 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 boop. 15, and then I can punch for 5. I can also put Wiccan into play for 1. Now you know why I like this deck. Now you know why I like being able to get millions of resources. Being able to flip makes me happy. It's basically 8 cards a turn when I can do that, plus 2 free resources. But anyway, I punch for 5 more, and that is the last 5. All right, so what do we think? This has been an hour so far. Do I keep going? Do I go on to Ultron? I'm a little bit tired right now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a break. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to drink some water. I might get a little snack, and then I will be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and now it's time for Ultron. So, I'm feeling pretty good about She-Hulk right now. Now, there's still some big challenges to overcome. Ultron is no slump, that is for sure. And then we also have Goblin Mutagen, which is a tough challenge. But if we get all the way through to the end, and then of course we got Kang and we've got the whole Red Skull campaign. So if we can get all the way through it, then we're going to go to Heroic with her. So it'll be interesting. Let's see how far we can go. So far, the furthest I've gotten is Ultron. So let's see if she can break that barrier. Now, I do have a very interesting turn 1 decision here. Because I have Mockingbird and Concussive Blow in my hand. Now, I typically like to start with a lot of momentum with this deck, where I get out a lot of like resource gathering. But this would let me stun and confuse on turn 1 and do 8 damage. And have an ally out, or 9 damage with an ally out. Now, I'd have to get rid of Wiccan to do it. It would basically cost me all my cards. So I think I'm not going to mulligan, and I'm just going to do that. All right, so first things first, I flip. Let's do 2 damage. Oh, by the way, oh, no. I'm not doing 2 there. Sorry. I'm doing 2 here to get rid of this. Oh, which is my other resource card. Okay, yeah, I do have a combination of all kinds of cards, but let me shuffle that just to be sure. Like, wait a minute, I got all 3 of my resource cards right at the beginning, which is going to be painful considering I'm not getting extra resources out early, but that's okay. All right, so that's 1, 2, and then using the Fist resource as my third one for Concussive Blow. So that's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and confused, sorry. Well, stunned will be out in a second anyway. And confused. I'm the one that's confused right now. Oh, actually, that was stupid. All right, I'm going to take the extra damage over here and say my drone is still out, but I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird, and we'll say Mockingbird killed the drone. So that's 1 extra damage on him from the 2 damage from when I flipped. Yeah, that didn't make any sense. All right, so then I'm going to do 3 more damage. 1, 2, 3. So stunned, confused, and hurt. So let's see, I got 2 from flipping, 3 and 3, so that should be 8 total damage. He started out with 22 life. Should be down to 14 damage. Let me double check all that. So 2 when I flipped, 3 from, what was it? The confusing blow. Concussive blow, so that's 3. 3 from me, so that would be 6, plus 2 from flipping, that would be 8. All right, so he should be down from 22 to 14, and then I use Mockingbird to kill the drone. So that's all taken care of. Hello! You want to come say hi to everybody? This is my wife, Linda.
Hi.
Hello. She's the one who allows me to play wonderful games with you people, so thanks.
Oh.
Wonderful wife. So, but that's where I'm going to be the rest of the day. After I'm done this, until tonight where we play again, I'm going to be hanging out with my wife. Alrighty, so let's see. That is Alright, so that's everything. Stunned, confused, got an ally out. I mean, the only thing I don't have is the momentum I typically like to get with her early in the game, but that's okay. Interrogation room. Oh, interrogation room would be amazing. Concussive blow. Well, I'm not going to need that anyway. All right. So let's see what happens. We're going to add a threat to the scheme. Then he is, and that's it, right? And then he is stunned, so does not get to attack, so doesn't add a drone. That's the big important part of that. When revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck into play. Face down with them engages a drone. Place a threat here for each drone minion in play. So that's going to have 5 threat on it and an acceleration, which isn't great. And I'm going to have a drone in front of me, which can be taken care of by Mockingbird. But if it's taken care of by Mockingbird, then the interrogation room doesn't help me, which isn't great. Do I put in the law division? But if I do that, I don't have a resource to pay for it. Yeah, so this is not my favorite draw. I'm going to be honest. All right. I mean, gosh, I'm going to be wasting damage. You know what? I'm going to put interrogation room and superhuman law division out. Is that true? Is that really what I'm going to do? Can I afford to flip? If I flip, I won't add 1 from this. I would add 1 from this. But once it gets to 3, all right, but he's confused. All right, so I'm just going to put these 2 things out. I'm going to pray to God because I really need to get whatchamacallit, which adds 4 threat to this. We are going to have Mockingbird kill. Are we? No, if we do that, I'll do 3 damage. I'm not going to worry about damage right now. We're going to have Mockingbird thwart 1 from the main scheme. What is going on? 1 from the main scheme. I am going to attack and kill my drone, which is a Quinn carrier, which doesn't make me happy, but that will remove 1 threat from the scheme as well, using my interrogation room. And I'm going to flip, which will prevent a threat from getting added there next turn, and let me draw 6 cards is really the thing. So this is kind of reset to turn 1 for me, but with a bunch of good stuff out there. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Please, all right, Helicarrier. Thank goodness. I do have some, and I have Lay Down the Law. Lay Down the Law will get rid of that if I've got a science resource, which I've got 2 of them. Ground Stomp, I'm not. Although Ground Stomp's so hard to get rid of versus Ultron, because every once in a while some dumb stuff happens, like add 2 drones or add 3 drones or whatever else. So that'll be something to consider. But I'm going to add 1 threat to the scheme, not 2. It would be 2 normally, but I have my I object. They are confused, so not going to scheme. I am going to draw a card so I can flip, and I got to exhaust to remove it from the game. Yep. We'll do that. I will forego punching this turn, but I'm going to get a little bit of momentum now, which makes me happy. I am going to get rid of Ground Stomp, though, unfortunately. So that's 1. These are some tough choices here. These are definitely some tough choices. Oh, that's not what I'm getting rid of. Well, so I want this to lay down the law, right? So I need that resource. I need 3 resources to pay for Helicarrier, but if I do that, then I won't have anything else. But I really kind of want to lay down the law to get rid of this drone factory, because this 1 extra threat a turn is no bueno. This is a hero, so I do have to be on my hero side. Do I forego Helicarrier? Really? Am I getting rid of all of my ability to generate extra resources? It looks like I am. All right, so I'm flipping over, so which does 2 damage, 1, 2. And then I am also, as part of that action, laying down the law for 4 using a science resource. So that gets rid of the drone factory. And then, I forgot to draw a threat card at the end of last round. So let's go ahead and do that. Surge, exhaust your identity, which I was exhausted anyway, but it does surge. Alter Ego, it gains Surge. Oh, alright. Each player chooses to either place 2 threat here or 3 damage to their hero. I'll take the 3 damage on my hero. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I wasn't on my hero, so I couldn't do that. So this would have 5 threat. Oh, I got a threat right here that's on 4. We'll make it 5. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Can't believe I forgot to draw. I was like, why are there no cards in the discard pile? Well, that would be why. Alright, so 5 threat on this side scheme. So everything has stayed the same so far. Excuse me. And then I am going to, as much as I'd like to put Quake in play, I am going to put Ironheart in play. Oh, no, wait. Am I putting both in? No. I'm putting Ironheart in play, which lets me draw a card. Split Personality, which I'd love to use, but again, I just don't have resources for all this stuff. For Endurance. Now, I have not played this deck this way before without getting all my resources out early, so I will be curious. I have a feeling it's not going to work out as well for me, but we'll see. I mean, I got a huge fast start on things, so I'm going to remove a threat here. I am going to get rid of Mockingbird to remove another threat. And that's where I'm sitting right now. So let's unexhaust everything. Let's go ahead and draw up to my 4 cards. I do not like having a 4 card hand. Alright, so there's some of my resources. Another lay down the law. I got legal practice also. I may try to flip here. I mean, I'm not preventing this first one from going, unfortunately. It's just not going to happen. So I'm just going to have to deal with the consequences of my choices. So 1 damage here. Ultron is going to attack, but first he adds a drone in. I am going to go ahead and block with Ironheart. Yep, I will block with Ironheart. So it gets boosted. It's 3 attack plus no more. So just the 3 there on that attack, which puts Ironheart away. I do not like what I did here early. 1 more damage from my drone, and we will see how this works out. Alright, I am going to try to make amends for my dumbness, although again, we're going past this Crimson Cowl, which doesn't make me happy. But I'm just going to have to deal with it. I am going to go ahead and punch this drone. Use Interrogation Room to remove a threat from the scheme. I cannot, unfortunately, do it from the main scheme. So I'll have to do it from the side scheme because I can't thwart right now. Actually, what does this say? Response. After you defeat a minion, exhaust Interrogation Room. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Hold on. That is not a thwart. After you exhaust Interrogation Room, remove a threat from a scheme. Huh. So I actually don't need to flip potentially. And I can remove a threat from the main scheme because this just says, well, the exclamation point says you can't, I don't think it says you can't remove threat from the main scheme. If anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. But I believe that's a crisis icon. I believe it just means I can't thwart the main scheme. So actually, I might be able to remove a threat. Where is crisis icon? That would be under C, so it's not a crisis icon. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, there it is. All right, side scheme that has this icon, that scheme must be discarded before threat can be removed from the main scheme. All right, so never mind. I was right originally. So yeah, I am going to unfortunately fail to prevent this, which is what it is. I mean, it's the choices I've made. I am going to, I mean, I could 1-2 punch, but I don't think so. I'm not going to keep headed down the same failure path. I am going to put my Focused Rage in to at least get me some extra resource draw. The question is, do I flip? Do I flip? I'd like to flip next turn, because on the next one you add a drone every time you cannot every time you add threat to there, but you don't add threat on my other side. So I think I'd like to flip next turn. I mean, I'd like to flip both, honestly. Do I draw a I mean, there's no reason to draw a card here except to, if it's garbage, get rid of it. Is it worth taking a damage to potentially get rid of a card or potentially keep it? Nope. I'm going to stay the way I am. I'm going to draw 4 cards. What is the first card? Is it garbage? It's Avengers Mansion, which is not garbage. So that'll oh, and Under Surveillance, which is also really nice, but it's too late, right? Like that ship has sailed. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to building up my resources here, get Avengers Mansion, flip, not going to Under Surveillance, so we'll see what happens. All right, so add 1 to the scheme, which makes this go away. So that's not, when revealed, each player puts the top card of their deck engaged with them face down as a drone. So I got that. Then advance to 2B. So I got to unlock it and I got to flip it. All right. After placing threat here during step 1 of the villain phase, each player must choose to either place 2 threat here or put the top card of their deck face down engaged with them as a drone, which will be drone. But unfortunately now he's going to attack me, adding another drone. So he's attacking for 4 plus whatever boost, so 5 damage. Oops. You go back in there. You gather up. So 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm down to 12. Ooh, I could do Focus Rage instead of Avengers Mansion. The only negative, of course. Oh, the positive is I get to keep Under Surveillance, and the negative is it's going to cost me more life throughout the course of the game. We'll have to see where the payoff is there. It depends what I draw with this card, because I am going to draw a card first. Because I'd love to get Under Surveillance out. That way it'll give me more area to play with on this scheme, because I've already got 3 threat on it. All right. So, and it's actually going to be more than 3 because, oh, no, these 2 are going to attack me. 1, 2. All right. So now I look out. Deal 1 damage to each friendly character. Wow. Okay. I will take that. I will take that any day of the week, although not any day of the week. If I'm sitting on 1 life on my She-Hulk or on my other side, then I would not take that, my Jennifer Walter side. Okay, so let's take 1 damage, exhaust this to draw a card. Come on, double resource. Oh, I used all my double resources. What the heck am I talking about? Ooh, I can clear the area though. Let's do that. I'm not going to be able to afford all this stuff, so yeah, so we'll do that to clear the area. So that will remove 2 threat from this side scheme. Let's get rid of this one and let me draw a card for another clear the area. So I could get rid of one of those, clear the area again. I mean, it's getting me through my deck. Sure, let's do that. All right, so I'm going to clear a drone. Oops. I am going to use my interrogation room to remove 1 threat from the scheme. And then I am going to clear the area again to draw another card, which of course is a beat cop, but that gets rid of all the threat there. Oh my, I want all of these cards. Again, I'm losing momentum, but to put Under Surveillance here. Do have a drone here still, but I'm still going to flip, and I'm going to do it that way. So what does this say? After you change form, deal 2 damage to an enemy. I believe that comes from me, so I believe that would be me defeating an enemy. If I am not mistaken, if anybody thinks differently, let me know, but I think if I flip over next turn, defeat him with my 2 damage, that would trigger Interrogation Room, which will make me happy. All right, so let's ready everything. Now, 1 threat would be added, but it won't be because I have my I object, which also means it doesn't trigger after placing a threat here during step 1. Well, you don't ever place the threat here, so it doesn't trigger the bottom part from my understanding where you add 2 more threat or a drone. So, but we are going to scheme for 2 and add 1 more, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3 threat on the scheme. Going to add 1 more threat from my drone here. Because drones are 1, 1, 1, if you did not know. So let's see. All right. Oh, I guess I should have drawn my 6 cards. So I am almost decked, which means I was about to say Gamma Slam's got to be in here. So this is interesting. I'm down quite a bit of life, so I actually wouldn't mind Gamma Slamming, although Superhuman Strength is clearly more important and maybe even Beat Cop. Probably not clear the area, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely beat Cop. Probably not clear the area. Probably not Gamma Slam. I'd rather superhuman strength to stun instead. And maybe even have an extra superhuman strength sitting in my hand. So as much as I'd love to Gamma Slam for, 10 damage or whatever, I think I'm going to slow play it a little, and I'm going to try to superhuman strength the next couple turns. That way I just keep him stunned. That way he's not bringing out a million drones. Alrighty, so I've done all of that stuff except for draw a threat card. So let's do that. Attach to Ultron. Force response. After Ultron schemes, place a threat on each side scheme. That's not a bad one. I don't plan on letting him scheme anytime soon. And if he does, I hope there's no side schemes in play. So of all the bad stuff that could happen, that is the least bad. But let's go ahead and flip over. Doing 2 damage. I didn't get a response, so I'm going to assume it's okay to do that. Interrogation room to remove one. Then I'm going to spend these 2 to add my beat cop. And I'm going to use my beat cop to remove a threat from the main scheme and boost it up a little bit. And then I am going to take a damage and exhaust this to draw a card. Ground Stomp. Man, that is a tough one to get rid of, but again, I'm going to just... Oh, I do have to look out because I did empty my deck. So as soon as that happened, unfortunately, I got to do this because there's a lot of good cards in my hand that I wanted to be shuffled in. So that may even change my thinking a little bit, although probably not. So that's 1 card, 2 cards. Yeah, gosh. So that means I'm basically not going to get the Gamma Slam anytime soon. For 5 damage and stunned, though. Seems good. And then I'm keeping this one in my hand so I can do it again next turn. So that goes away. Alright. So things aren't great, but they're not awful. So let's see what happens on their turn. Well, let's go ahead and draw my 3 cards because I did keep this one in my hand. Still not getting resources, although I do have 1 2-punch, so I got that going for me. And I got some lay down the law, which I'm not going to be able to use. Legal practice, I'm not going to be able to use. All right, well, I've got some options here. Probably going to hurt myself to draw 1 to pay for superhuman strength and 1 2-punch. So that will almost flip, which means I don't have to worry about him bringing drones out all the time. All right, so first things first, we are going to add a threat to the scheme, which means I do add a drone to play. Now, my other option would have been to add 2 more threats to the scheme, but I don't want to do that because I foresee myself flipping here sometime soon, and I'll just figure out a way to get rid of that drone. All right, you are stunned, so you do not attack me. The drone does, though, which costs me 1 life. And then I draw another card, and I deal with my 2 threat cards. The villain attacks me, so that's unfortunate. So that adds 1 here. He's going to attack me for 4. I'm going to have to defend. No, I can't defend. So this could be it right here. 4, if I draw 2, I have to defend. Oh, this stinks. All right. +1. So 4 + 1 is 5 minus 2. 1, 2, 3. That really, really stinks. Really stinks because now I can't focus rage. I can't superhuman strength to stun. I can't 1 2-punch. I can't lay down the law, so I'm probably going to have to use all of this legal practice to get rid of the threat, which I don't even really care that much about. Oh, you're killing me. Oops. Don't want to draw another one of those cards. That stunk bad. All right, 1 revealed. 1 damage to hero. Well, so I would have died had I not defended there. So I guess that's the good news. That would have been the end of the run. But right now, I do have Law Division, which will let me use superhuman strength, unfortunately. Oh, no, I can do lay down the law. Oh, my. All right, so it's back to my turn. I got 2 drones in front of me. I got all this bad stuff going on. I'm going to flip. When I flip, I don't do anything. That doesn't help me at all. I'm going to beat cop to remove 1 threat from the scheme. That does not remove 1 for beat cop. It actually adds 1 to beat cop. Come on, ground pound. As much as I make fun of you, I need you bad right now. I am going to... Do I keep lay down the law? No. I'm going to Law Division to remove 2 threat. from the scheme, which puts it down to 0. I'm going to pay these two to superhuman strength. Did not draw the extra card this turn. I've got all this stuff sitting there looking at me, and hopefully I am set up good for next turn. You know, there are turns like that in this game that happen. This is one of them, but I'm going to dig myself out of it. Oh, Avengers Mansion. There's Ground Stomp. Nice. So I got a beat cop. I could have 2 beat cops. Avengers Mansion. All right. It's not the worst thing in the world. Again, I don't add threat to the scheme because I prevent it on this side. Ultron does scheme, though, so that's for 2 and 2 more, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thankfully, does not add a drone because I already got 2 drones, and I don't need any more. So that gets it up to 10 pretty quickly. I do have Clear the Area. I got Concussive Blow. I got Beat Cop. I got Ground Slam. I got Avengers Mansion, which is the thing I really want to put in play. So we'll see. We will see. I probably need the second Beat Cop at this point, and I definitely need to Ground Slam. So we will see how this works, but let me draw a Lookout card first. Oh, a Guarding Drone, which turns into... Yep, you've got it right. Turns into another drone when defeated. Okay. Man, this is... So I could Avengers Mansion. And then can I also beat Cop? So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, not even close. What am I thinking? I could Avengers Mansion and get rid of something like Clear the Area. Don't think I'm going to be able to Mansion. The problem is I'm at 2 life, right? So I'm going to have to heal for 5. Let's start with that. I could flip, I could Ground Stomp. That'll get rid of a lot of those guys. But then I'm going to have to take in a pretty big attack. And I have nothing to block it for me. So I can't flip. There's no way I can flip this turn. So I can't Ground Stomp to get rid of that stuff. Clear the Area is a hero action. Concussive Blow is also a hero action. You know what's not is Beat Cop. So I'm going to hold on to the Ground Stomp. I'm going to get rid of 1, 2, 3 to play Beat Cop. Going to use this Beat Cop to get rid of a threat here. Going to use another Beat Cop to get rid of another threat. I am going to hang on to these cards maybe. I mean, unfortunately, I was so hurt that there's not much else I can do. I could discard one of these. Yeah, I'm going to discard Avengers Mansion to Superhuman Law Division to remove 2 more threat. And just hope it's enough. I am going to unexhaust. I'm going to draw 5. This game has been like getting punched in the face over and over. I hope I can get over the hump here soon. Certainly, Ground Stomp's going to help me do it. 1-2 punch will help me do it. Yeah, Mockingbird will definitely help me do it. Also, Lay Down the Law will definitely help me do it. Again, I don't have a lot of those resources I like to draw. I do have Focus Rage, so I got that going for me. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next turn. All right, so I would add 1, but I don't. He is going to scheme for 2 plus no more, so that might be good. Boost, choose to either spend a lightning resource or put the top card of play engage with you as a drone. If I have a lightning resource, I definitely will. Sorry, Quake, I hardly knew ye, but I don't want any more drones in because they're already adding. Oh, wait, I don't mind adding drones in because I'm going to Ground Stomp. So this drone is really just going to account for 1 more threat on the scheme. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, I will add that drone in. Now, let's draw our threat card, and when revealed, Ultron heals 2 damage for each drone minion engaged with you. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. Alright, so this is a drone, and it is a minion, as are the other 4. So, I heal 8. 15, his max health is 22. Yep, but, alright. I feel like I'm about to dig myself a little bit at least out of this. Yeah, so I got Mockingbird. I've got... Oh, superhuman strength isn't going to help me with Mockingbird. So let's see. So maybe... Let's think about this. Maybe I don't worry so much about attacking this turn, and I really heal myself up. You know what? You're healed up. I'm going to be healed up too. Because I'm putting Mockingbird out, so I don't necessarily want to punch with superhuman strength this turn. Unfortunately, there's not much of a way for me to build up a resource engine this turn, but I'm definitely getting Mockingbird out. I'm definitely going to get Ground Stomp out, so we'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to flip, which does 2 damage. I'm going to use that to add 2 to the drone over here. And then I am going to Ground Stomp for 2. Wait, do I want to lay down the law using a science resource? Well, I don't have a science resource, but I could lay down the law to remove 3 more threat. And then I can still get Mockingbird out. Can I? No, I don't even think I can get Mockingbird. So 1, 2, 3 to get Mockingbird. I am going to draw a card. So if I play this, yeah, I can't play that. Okay, so I did my 2 damage. I am going to Ground Stomp here for 1 to everything. So goodbye. Oh, goodbye. There go all my allies. That one I don't mind as much. Okay, so that's 1 more damage here. Now I'm going to put out Mockingbird. So I am not going to use my Focus Rage this turn. It might have helped me, but I mean, only, I guess, to hold on to Quake, which is not the worst thing in the world, but Mockingbird is going to attack and defeat the drone over here. So that does put me another drone into play, so I don't know if that was the right call or not now that I'm thinking about it, but it's fine. It's fine. We're all good. All right, so that also, though, more importantly than anything, stuns Ultron. All right, and then I'm going to double beat Cop to remove 2 threat from the scheme. And I did not... Oh, wait. Does Ground Stomp count as defeating? Yeah, it does. So I'm going to use Interrogation Room to remove another threat from the scheme, because I Ground Stomped him to death. All right. So that's that. I'm going to ready up. I'm going to draw my 4 cards. Quinn Carrier, all right, I got a concussive blow. I mean, there's no question, but what I'm going to do is focus Rage to make sure that I have an extra resource to be able to not have to use my Quinn Carrier. Okay, so got a plan. Gonna add 1 threat to the scheme. After we add a threat to the scheme, I either have to add another drone or 2 threats to the scheme. I'm going to add 2 threats to the scheme. And then you are stunned, so you don't get to attack me right now. You are not stunned, so you do get to attack me right now. We're going to get a threat card and another Ultron advanced drone. No! Yes, this is just spinning my wheels, but, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I am going to go ahead. It is back to my turn. I'm going to focus Rage to draw a card. It's another clear the area. So I got a couple of those, but do I do I 1-2 punch? Do I just heal more? I mean, that seems like it wouldn't be the worst idea ever. Yeah, so let's start with concussive blow. So I need a fist for that. So there's a fist. Oh, I have guard. So concussive blow is not gonna do what I want to do to who I want to do it to. Oh, so that means I'm not going to flip this turn. I'm probably not going to concussive blow this turn. If I Quinn Carrier, I can 1-2 punch. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. None of this is what I want. But it's not always what you want, right? All right, 1, 2, yes, I know. 3 to get out Quinn Carrier. I know. Not great. You know what? Hold on. This was all in my hand. Do I use this beat cop to get rid of this drone so then I can punch? Yes. All right. So, see, there's always an answer. Not always, but we're going to do this to get rid of you. Then I'm going to get another drone in play. Then I'm going to go and do what I originally wanted to do. Concussive blow using 1-2 punch, which is a fist, to get the 3 damage. So it's 3 damage and confused. 1, 2, 3, and confused. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so now I'm building my engine. Now I'm getting where I want to be. Now I can punch him for 5 damage and stun him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. It's coming together. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo. All right, so Mockingbird, take out one of these drones for me, will you? Alrighty. Oh, another focus rage gone, but that's okay. I'm going to flip because that's what I want to do. Because I want Quinn Carrier out next turn, I am also going to beat Cop to remove another threat from the scheme. Yeah, I am feeling much better about where I am right now. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let's draw 5 cards and see what happens. Lockjaw, you're such a good boy. All right, so what I might try to do is deck myself before I get Lockjaw in the discard pile. That is going to be my goal for next turn. I can hopefully get another beat cop out. Oh, split personality, so good too, though. Ooh, wow. Okay, all right. I got some options next turn. That is for darn sure. So no threat gets added to the scheme because I'm on that side, which means this doesn't do anything. You're confused, so you do nothing. We are going to add 1 threat to the scheme for this one single solitary drone, and then we're going to flip. Yes! By yes, I mean no! Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh, why do I do this to myself? Why? Alright, Titania's coming out, and when revealed, place an additional 1 per player threat here. So, Titania has held a grudge against She-Hulk for years. She won't rest until she settles the score. And X is equal to Titania's remaining hit points. So if I don't do something about her, she's going to smack me for 6 points of damage, which is not what I want, but Ultron is stunned. The problem is, threat is potentially an issue, not totally an issue. All right. If I split personality, can I beat cop split? There's no way I can do all of those things. So beat cop's going to go the way of the dodo. So there we go. So that would be 2. Don't want to Lockjaw yet, because which cards do I want in my discard? Or not in my discard, to be shuffled back in. All of these. Alright, so that's 3 resources to pay for my Quinn Carrier. Alright, so I'm starting to build up a little bit here. So I'm going to flip now, which does 2 damage. That'll be to Titania. Then I am going to... How close is this deck to emptying? Not close. Then I am going to punch Titania for 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I am going to take a damage to draw a card. Oh, which gets me my Helicarrier, which decks me, which I did on purpose. So I want that to be shuffled up before Lockjaw goes in there. Alright, so now I could split personality and keep my Helicarrier. So that's what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3 to split personality. That lets me flip back over. It lets me draw 5 more cards. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere. Ground Stomp is not the worst thing in the world when you're staring at 2 things with 1 health on them. Is there a way for me to get rid of some threat? Well, there's a way for me to get rid of 1 threat. He is stunned, not confused, though. So this is where I put myself in a bad spot here. Wasn't totally thinking about all of that. Huh. Well, I put myself down this path I'm going to keep one of the lay down the laws. I'm going to keep the ground stomp. So that's 2 cards I need to keep. So I cannot pay for my helicarrier unless I get rid of one of those 2 things, or I get rid of superhuman strength, which, yeah, I'll get rid of superhuman strength. 1, 2, 3 to keep my helicarrier. I know this is dumb. I know I put myself in a real bad spot here. But let's see. I could either kill one of these with her, save her to block, or remove a threat. Well, I can't remove a threat because of this. So I am going to kill one of these, which will basically remove a threat. Well, yeah. Let's kill that, not Titania, in case something says shuffle it back in or whatever else. Titania is only attacking for 1 right now. Not as much of a threat as drones, which boost Ultron and all that stuff. All right. So I am going to... Actually, I won't have many drones. So actually, I'm going to say I did this then. I'm going to go ahead... Well, I'm not going to say I did it. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to Superhuman Law Division, my Ground Stomp to remove 2 more threat. And that's where I am. All right. So I am going to ready everything up. I am going to draw 5 cards. I am going to not add a threat to the scheme, which then does not trigger adding any drones or anything else. She unfortunately is going to scheme for 2 + 1 for 3. So I'm up to 8. I could not Superhuman Law Division the main scheme, so that one's up to 10. This is down by 2. And actually my Beat Cop could not have removed from that scheme either. So that's down 1 more and that's up 1 more. So it's up to 11, but I can get up to 14. So I'm okay. I mean, not great, but it is what it is. Ooh, 2 Beat Cops and a Concussive Blow in my hand and a Clear the Area and some Lay Down the Law. Okay. Okay. Again, kind of feel like I'm getting back out of things. We will see what happens with these threat cards, because that's what they do, right? Titania does add 1 threat to the scheme as well. So we'll see what happens here. 1 revealed. If Titania attacks your hero, if she didn't attack, heal all damage from Titania, and this card gains Surge. Are you kidding me? Are you? So that was the benefit of killing Titania instead of the drone. I forgot about that card. I'm thinking about cheating, but I'm not going to. Gosh, I should have killed Titania with Mockingbird instead of the drone, obviously. But we'll see. Another drone guard. Remember when I said I felt like I was getting out of things? Guess what just happened? Punch to the face. All right, reveal. Each player discards the top 3 cards of their deck. Fine. That part of that is fine. The 3 per player is not fine, because it's going to add an extra threat card. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, so that was a huge mistake. That is literally 6 or 5 damage that was wasted. Not smart. Now, Ultron is stunned. I was going to stay on my hero side, which I guess I still kind of have to. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Oh, so stupid. So stupid. All right, Lay Down the Law would remove 4 threat. So first things first, let's Beat Cop to add 1 to get rid of this. Now when I flip, I can do 2 damage. That's got to go on Titania. And of course she's then going to heal it all again in 2 seconds, but at least I will stop her from punching me for 57 million. She'll only punch for 1. 1, 2, 3. Now my other option was not to punch her for 3 and to heal for 5 instead. So she'd be doing less damage to me, or more damage to me, but I'd have more health in the get up. You know what? What am I doing here? Let's Focused Rage to see what I draw. Hopefully I get 1, 2 punch. Nope. All right. So actually, before I flipped, sorry, I'm doing a bunch of stuff out of order here. I could have used my Law Division to clear the area. Or actually, no, I don't even need to use that. I could use this to clear the area. So that would have removed 2 threat from this side scheme. Then I can, or no. 2 threat from the main scheme. This is still sitting on 3. Then I could have laid down the law when I flipped. So get rid of a legal practice. Oh, that wasn't in my hand, was it? Let's get rid of the clear the area to lay down the law, which gets rid of all the threat on this scheme. All right, so now I am on this side. I would like to concussive blow, which does 3 damage. Oh, but that would be just to him. So I'm not going to concussive blow. Instead, I'm going to put a beat cop out, which then removes another threat from the main scheme. And then I can't hold on to both of these. And unfortunately, I am 1 resource short of... So if I had not removed 2 from the main scheme using Superhuman Law Division, so I'll add 2 more threats to the main scheme, and then I can pay 1, 2, 3 to get my beat cop out and remove another threat. Okay, so that is that. I am where I am. I don't have very much health. I'm going to get popped for a bit, but that's okay. It is what it is. I've got my resources building up. And thank you all for hanging in there with me. This has been an intense play, that is for sure. Definitely didn't... It started out great, but I just never built up early. So now that I'm built up, I actually feel like I'm in a real good spot again. I feel like I'm almost out of it, as long as Titania doesn't heal again. That would stink. All right, so I will add 1 threat to the scheme. When I do that, I'm going to have to add another threat to the scheme, or add more, or add 2 more threat, or add a drone. I have to add a drone at this point. You are stunned, so you don't attack me. Titania does for 1. Ultron drones attacks for 1. This drone attacks for 1. Oh, I do have a ground stomp, so there you go. All right, so just nothing terrible. Please, just be the, like, add 1 damage thing. 1 revealed. Each player puts the top card of their deck into play face down with them as a drone minion. That is, oh, blissful. Blissful. By the way, after Ultron schemes, place 1 on each side scheme, I may have been messing that up. So I apologize. Oh, he should have been thwarting for +1 each time. I know there's at least 2 in there. There's only 2 that I remember. Yeah, I've messed some stuff up. I apologize for that, guys. Yeah, that would have made things a lot different had I remembered that that was in play. So let me put this here so I don't forget it again, because that was a big mess up. So, you know what? We're going to call this a mulligan game. I'm going to keep playing it, but I'm going to have to start from the beginning if I win. I'm not going to count this toward my victories, just because there are definitely some clear mistakes that I'm now realizing that I made. All right, so first things first, I am going to take a damage and exhaust this to draw a card. 1-2 punch is nice. Wiccan is very nice. Clear the area is very nice. So let's see. Well, I have 3 beat cops, so I'm just going to start here by removing 3 threat from the main scheme. 1, 2, 3. Then I am going to definitely need to ground stomp, and I definitely need to 1-2 punch to get rid of this drone. So I'm going to do this 1-2 punch using my helicarrier to ready again. That's 3 damage on the advanced drone. Then I'm going to spend 2 resources, 1, 2 to ground stomp, defeating Titania, the Ultron drone, both of these drones, and adding a new drone. So, you're not confused, so I cannot flip. I don't have enough resources to add out my ally, which I would love to do. So, I think I'm going to have to punch getting rid of you, interrogation room to get rid of one more threat. And then I guess clear the area to remove two more threat. Get myself in a little better off spot. I still don't feel comfortable flipping. Actually, let's see. 2 plus the most you could do is 3 would be 5. Oh no, it's 3 plus 3 would be 6, would put me right up to the edge again. But I do have 3 beat cops. You know what? I am flipping. We are gonna do this. Oh, I do draw an extra card though. An extra threat card. I have not used my favorite, actually, and there might have been times to do it this turn. My good boy, my favorite, my lockjaw. Oh, Gamma Slam! All right, so if I can get him hurt enough to get to the next stage and then Gamma Slam, that will make me super happy. And if on top of that, I can make it so I get +2 attack and stun, yeah, real happy. And why not even put an ally out with Ironheart too? Yes. Okay, so lots of good stuff coming. I do not add a threat to the scheme because I am on this side, which doesn't put a drone or anything else out. Let's go ahead and add threat to scheme. That would be 3 plus 2 more. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not great. I would put on side schemes, but there aren't any. Threat on side schemes because of that thing I haven't gotten rid of. Okay, let's see. So when revealed, the first player puts 2 cards that are deck face down, engages with them as drones. Why not? Why not have more drones, which means I won't be able to damage him as long as these drones are in play when he goes to his final form. So we'll have to think about it. Maybe I use some of these science resources to get rid of this finally. All right, but let's... Oh, and how much threat is put on here? 2? Yep. So 2 threat on this scheme, which I will have to deal with. The villain schemes. This could be that for this, which is not great. All right, so the villain schemes for 3, which is going to add a threat to the main, plus this, which is another one. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is going to go away. I get this back. Now we are to each player puts the top card revealed as a drone. Oh man, this is, I keep going back and forth with this game. I think I'm done. I think now I am done. Unless I can figure out a way to kill all those drones in Gamma Slam real quick. Yeah, I feel like I'm done. So we got a star on here. Ultron heal. Oh no, on the boost, Ultron heals 1 damage for each drone engaged with you. So now that would have been before the 2 drones. No. All right, we'll just have him heal 3. 3 drones engaged. I don't know if that's exactly what would happen, but I can't remove any threat from this stage. So basically I can't flip if there are any drones in play. If I can confuse him and have no drones in play, I can flip because then we won't add any threat because of my She-Hulk ability. So there is some hope, but not much. I mean, let's be honest. So actually removing this doesn't even matter because if he schemes again, I mean, I've lost anyway if he schemes again. So I'm going to try to do this while holding on to my Gamma Slam. All right, so let's start by flipping. When I flip, I am going to defeat one of these. When I do that, I'm going to interrogation room to remove 1 threat from this side scheme. All right, now I am going to clear the area would let me draw a card. I don't know if that's that important right now. Well, let me draw a card by hurting myself. Because I'd love to get concussive blow, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, I'm going to spend to clear the area. Although, that basically makes my beat cops... Well, it doesn't make them useless. So I'm going to clear the area to draw a card. So that gets rid of this. So lets me draw a card. 1, 2 punch. Okay. So, did I do this and take a damage? I think I did. So, now I am going to play Avengers Mansion. No, I'm not. I'm going to pay these 2 resources to play Ironheart, which lets me draw a card. Double resource. Nice. Okay. Double resource to get Avengers Mansion. Or do I get Quake out? Can I get Quake if I use Avengers Mansion and 1-2 punch? Alright. I think it's too late for Avengers Mansion now. So I am going to go ahead and put out Superhuman Strength. I am then going to pay these 2, 1-2 punch and that to put out Quake. I am going to use Ironheart to punch for 1. I am going to use this Beat Cop and remove it to get rid of this drone. I am going to punch for 5 myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you are stunned. I am going to punch for 2 more with Quake. 1, 2. Do buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Something, something, door. So I'm holding on to Gamma Slam. I'm holding out hope. I still feel like I got a little bit of hope here. It's not great, right? It's not, I mean, it's not where I'd want to be, right? If I had a choice of where to be right now, this would not be it. But I do have Beat Cops to take care of stuff that comes out. At this point, they're not great for taking care of threat because I don't really have too many schemes to deal with. So yeah, this can't be, oh, it is at 0 because it's a new scheme. That's right. Okay, so let's ready everything up. Let us draw our 3 cards. And we'll see where we're at. Alright, so we do add 1, but that means we don't add any drones or anything. You're stunned, so you don't get to attack me, which means you don't get to add more drones. And now I just draw a card. Come on, come on, something easy. When revealed, each player puts the top card. Okay, you know what? Fine. 1 drone, I'll deal with. Alright, so let's see how this is going to work. First things first, I think I punch him myself to get rid of that 3. Well, before I did that, I would have actually used my Beat Cop or use Quake only has 2 life, Ironheart only has 2 life. You know what? Got to be a little risky sometimes. Ironheart is going to kill this drone. Beat Cop I'm going to save for drones later. That doesn't make any sense. No, Beat Cop. I'm sorry. Doesn't make any sense. I got another Beat Cop to deal with stuff. Yep, so Ironheart's going to sit on 1. You are going to either defend or hit when I need you to. So we're going to now advance. Each drone minion gets +1 attack and +1 hit point. Ultron cannot take drones when revealed. Search the deck and discard pile for Ultron's imperative side scheme and reveal and shuffle it. Oh, that's the reason not to use the Beat Cop there, because I think Ultron's imperative is going to add 2 drones. If I am not mistaken, and the Beat Cop could have gotten rid of both of those drones. The first player puts the top 2 cards of their deck into play face down, engage with them as drones. Yes, and now I can't do any damage to him because I've got 2 drones. Okay, well that's okay. It is what it is. I made my choice. I am not going to go back on it now. I am going to... 1 damage isn't going to do much, but I do have 2 drones, and then we're going to put how much on here? 2 per player, and it's going to be an extra card. So going to get 2 on here, which I'd love to get rid of. Lay down the law won't do it, but I am going to do this. Hurt myself to draw a card. Alrighty, so exhaust. Focus Rage and take a damage and draw a card. So lay down the law. I didn't just flip, so I can't do that. I can't 1-2 punch because I'm already... Alright, so I can't really do any of this stuff right now. Do I have... Please tell me I have Lockjaw in here. I don't. Because I would love to have gotten Lockjaw out. Alright, so I'm going to use one of my Beat Cops to get rid of one of my drones. Come on, Lockjaw. Going to use... Yes, gonna use Superhuman Law Division. No, I'm not. What am I talking about? Gonna use Quake for her to attack to get rid of the other drone. Come on, Lockjaw. Also not Lockjaw. So 2 threat there that I can't really deal with right now, ironically, being a Justice deck, and I can't deal with it, but that's okay. I am going to pay 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would let me draw a card, which doesn't really help. I need to get... Well, I don't need to Gamma Slam this turn, in fact. So 1, 2, 3, because I won't be flipping anytime soon, to get this out, which will let me damage myself, exhaust it to draw another card. So I can remove 2 threat. Alright, so I will Ground Stomp to clear 2 threat from this. Which gets rid of it. Okay, that makes me happy, which lets me draw another card. Which is a Lockjaw. Now I got Lockjaw. Oh, I wanted Lockjaw earlier. Okay, that's okay. Because I'm still going to get to Gamma Slam and 1-2 punch next turn, so I'm just going to discard Lockjaw. I'm going to stay here. I should have 1-2 punched this turn, but I guess I theoretically probably couldn't have, but that's okay. All right, I'm just going to draw everything. I am going to have 2 more cards, which is what it is. All right, add 1 threat to the scheme. Now he is going to attack me. Doesn't add drones anymore, any of that stuff. Oh, wait. Yeah, just can't remove threat. All right, drones get +1 attack and all that. 1 revealed, search your encounter. Okay, so nothing. He's just going to attack me for 4. I'm going to block with Ironheart. So just the 4 damage, which would have been enough to kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing? He was at full strength. I don't know what I was doing there. 27. I'm getting a little bit loopy. So there's all of that. Now let's draw my bad card and hope it's not too bad. Each drone minion engage with your hero attacks. If no attacks were made this May, put the top card of your deck engage with you as a drone. Of all the worst things that could happen, it is not the worst. It's not the best, of course. So actually, I'm going to put this drone into play because he does have 2 and 2. All right. So I'm going to have to... So I'm going to be able to punch for 15 this turn. Does that mean I will be able to kill him? Well, I got to get rid of all drones first. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a damage to draw a card. That helps. Let's take another damage to draw another card. Because you know what? I'm just going for it. Concussive Blow does help as well if I need to. Flip, then I can do it. Okay. So I am going to punch this drone for 3. Oops. Drone, you are over here. And then I'm going to 1-2 punch using my Helicarrier. 1-2 punch to ready myself. All right. So now I'm going to Gamma Slam. So, actually, am I? If I can finish him, I Gamma Slam, right? So, Gamma Slam for 15. Gets him down to 12. Yeah, there's no way I finish him. So, I think instead I Concussive Blow. So, there's that plus this Ground Stomp. Gets me to Concussive Blow, which is 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And Confused. Now, do I flip and heal? I mean, I guess I flip and heal. It sucks having these extra resources sitting here. Or do I do the 3 damage? Oh, but my Gamma Slam will do less damage. Okay, actually, no. Yeah, it'll do less, but not a lot less. No, I'm going to attack. You guys have been sitting around long enough. You're like, just finish him already. I'm going to flip. I'm going to discard Hellcat. I'm not going to have used my... Oh, wait. Quinn Carrier. Play only if your identity... generate one of those resources. I can remove from 2 from... Oh, no, but I can't remove from this scheme. All right. So let's ready everything up. I'm going to draw 6 cards. I'm actually only going to draw 5 because of that. I do need to take an extra, which is not great. Not great. All right, so I'm going to draw one extra here. I've definitely slow played this, maybe too much. Terrence would definitely say I slow played too much. I don't add a threat to the scheme though. He's confused, so I don't add one there either. I am going to look out. So I've got 2 of these to survive. If I can do that, it looks pretty good for the victory here. All right. First one, Surge. And reveal. Oh, so now that's 2 more I got to deal with. All right. Reveal the top card. Titania attacks. If not, card gains Surge. So, all right. Attached to drone's environment. That is not the worst thing in the world because there are no drones right now. Could be the worst thing in the world in a minute. Attached to the villain. After the villain takes damage, give it the tough status card. 2 fists would get rid of it and exhaust your hero though, which isn't great. Place 4 threat on each side scheme. If there are no side schemes, discard cards from the encounter deck until a side scheme comes in play. All right. So no side schemes are going to come in play. I don't know if that gets... I don't think it matters, so I'm just going to shuffle without that. No side schemes ended up coming in play. I do get an acceleration token, which means I can't do that trick again. So every time he takes damage, he's going to get tough, though. Where is that card? Where did I put it? Did I shuffle it in? I probably did. Okay, well, let's see. It's 2 fists to get rid of that. So let's start with that. I am going to... First things first, I am going to flip, giving him 2 damage. Then, it also required me to exhaust to do that. So that would stop him from getting tough whenever I do damage to him. So I need to do that. And then is concussive blow going to be enough? Am I like 1 damage short here? Is that what's going on? Feels like I might be. So, when I flip, I do 2 damage. So then he would get tough though, but I have to do it. So there's 2 damage. Oh, I think I already did that. I can't remember. If anybody can remind me, let me know. Let me search for that one card. I don't even know the name of it, unfortunately. The one where I need to spend... Alright, I'm going to take it. Worse for me that I did do the 2 damage, and he's tough now. We're just going to do this the worst for me, because I think I've cheated at other points. Alright, so the question is... I'm not going to be able to survive now. Unless I stun. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to... Do I take a damage? I can't take a damage. There's no way. I am going to play Superhuman Strength by paying these 2 to give me Superhuman Strength. Now I'm going to attack. So that's for 5 damage, which does nothing because he's tough, but that will stun him. Saving me for 1 more second. Then I am going to Gamma Slam. So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to Gamma Slam, doing 15 damage and giving him tough again. Again, I might be making this harder for myself. I certainly made it easier for myself earlier by forgetting the acceleration token. Oh! Yeah, so this is going to accelerate twice here. So, and I can't flip, so I'm good. Going to go ahead and draw my 4 cards and pray to God that I have enough to deal with him on this next turn, which I don't know. All right, 2 damage. He is stunned, so not going to add anything. Then I am going to I am going to take one of these cards. Titania is not in play, so we'll do this. 1 revealed. Each drone minion engaged with you attacks. If no attacks are made this way, put a drone in play. Yeah, I might have run out of steam here. Because certainly if I don't win on this turn, I can't win. Clear the area doesn't help. Ironheart certainly will help. Ground Stomp will get rid of Tough. That's about it. So we're going to have to do this. Focus Rage to take a damage, draw a card. We're going to have to play Ironheart. So play this and this to play Ironheart, which lets me draw a card. 1-2 punch. Okay. So what you're saying is I got a chance. So whenever he takes damage, he gets tough. So whenever he takes damage, he gets tough. So if I 1-2 punch him, so let's start with that. We'll punch him. 1-2 punch to ready myself. Now, Ironheart is going to get rid of tough. Oh, he still has damage on him. I don't know that it's enough. Man, there are several times this game where I could have made smarter plays that would have made the difference. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to end the gauntlet here, potentially. So tough is gone. Now I can punch, but unfortunately, without being able to do extra damage. Could I have done something different to get rid of that? No, because that tough was already on him. So I haven't done any damage to him right now. Yeah, unfortunately, that's only 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and then he gets tough back. And I had to take care of the drone because you can't do damage to him while there's a drone in play. And I think that's it. I can ground stomp, clearly. 1, 2, 3 to ground stomp to get rid of the tough. But I think I came up 1 short. Man. Oh, no. No, this was so close. Oh, and I love this deck too. This is actually my first time losing with this deck. I did make some changes, but I think for the better based on what Terrence said. The only change I made was I used to have the card that costs 3 and removes 6 threat. Now I have the card that costs 1, and when you flip, it removes 3 or 4 threat. I think that was a good call. I definitely use that more than I'd ever use the remove 6 threat. I made some bad plays. I also think that there was some times where I made some errors in here. So who knows? I might try to run the gauntlet again with this She-Hulk deck, but it was fun trying anyway. Thanks for joining me today. Man, this was so close. I felt so good about it too. But thank you so much for joining me today, though. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!